Hey, you fucking Q-tip, stick it in your ear, assholes.
Sexy Q-tips.
We love your fucking faces. This is Mike, this is Jay, this is We Watched the Movie, and we do ass reviews here.
Ooh, assy reviews. Acid reflux, but the ass.
It's saying AHS, but it's saying it from someone with bad breath who's really close to your face.
Ass.
Episode 9.
Aspen. So, also, I want to let you guys know, if you join and subscribe to the We Watched a Movie, don't touch it.
I pat your face with a pin.
The way I like it. Okay, enough! If you join the We Watched a Movie Wham cult, this is what will happen. Angels will descend. Jesus himself will come down and kiss your forehead. You will be able to do this, and you will resurrect the dead. And then out of your butt, the choir will sing. I mean, why wouldn't you join the cult?
Do you get...
Drink the fucking Kool-Aid!
Stickers?
Speaking of which, here we go.
So Kai, Evan Peters just shows his goddamn
range,
Nutty Professor range, because he plays so many goddamn characters in this episode. When it starts out, he's the creepy Stargate, Heaven's Gate looking motherfucker.
I remember that when that happened.
Dude,
it was so crazy.
I do too, and that should always intrigue me and creep me out.
I just want to know, all I wanted to know when I was younger, and I saw their tennis shoes, I was like, did they get the new Jordans?
The kicks were fresh.
Or that motherfucker was the Adidas. But yeah, that was crazy. The Heaven's Gate, and we went to David Koresh in Waco, Texas. We all know about that. And then we went to Jim Jones. Everybody knows about Jim Jones and the Kool-Aid. But what he's doing about this, and it's him talking about these cult leaders and how fantastic they were. And even at one point he talks about David Koresh. He said he had the divine semen, which every man thinks they do. Like when you're getting ready to have sex with a girl, it's like, this is the divine semen.
It was so well done, dude, that I couldn't tell what was real footage or what was actually them doing it. Because you see the Heaven's Gate looking motherfuckers, and they're drinking they're eating that banana pudding, and they're like, yeah. It's like that. It's good times.
Banana pudding.
We're going to get on the asteroid. I don't know why they're from that descent.
It's whatever.
They're old white guys, so they don't sound like that. But still, that's what it looked like they were thinking. But dude, he's so fucking badass as an actor, and he's showing his range here, man. He's fucking amazing. And dude, the Jim Jones one looked a little bit off, maybe, I think.
Well, I thought that they did pretty good.
He looked like Elvis.
Because he was kind of, they used the chubby effect, and they used, I guess like, you know, effects and makeup to make him look fat. And I was like, damn, did he gain weight for like one episode?
But he looked like Jared Leto in that Zero movie or whatever he did. But no, it was funny, dude, because when those people were drinking the Kool-Aid, he was like, hurry up and die! God damn it! Stop screaming! Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Jesus, do it quickly. Do it quickly.
He's like,
do it quickly.
Die with some dignity. It doesn't hurt.
This Kool-Aid sucks.
He's like, let me ask you a question.
You didn't put enough sugar in it, Mom.
He's like, are you guys this? Are you a pussy? He's like, just die with some dignity. And then, of course, while all that was going on, you know, they would shoot people that weren't drinking the Kool-Aid, which is historically correct. I mean, it was a fucked up, not amazing.
That shit scares me, dude.
It was a really fucked up thing that happened. But then we cut to actually Kai talking to his Haynes group.
He's holding up a flashlight on his fucking face.
I know, and the first thing I thought was like, submitted for your approval of the Midnight Society. But the thing was, is like, we know the Denim Man group, okay? The Denim Dance.
Denim.
But they all had their denims off, and they were wearing Hanes. They looked like he was talking to a Hanes commercial. And he gave them all like G.I. Joe names, like Sandblaster and fucking Tripod.
Gumball.
And Speedwagon, yeah. Or like, it went on, it's like Butch and Sundance, the other years. It was just so weird. He was giving them G.I. Joe names, like Commander 1. And they were all like, he was like, would you cut your balls off for me if I asked you? He's like, abso-fucking-lutely. I was like, oh my God.
Those guys are scary, man. That's what those is like, I know we're not supposed to jack our meat, but let's cut our balls off.
He's like, even if you're not supposed to ejaculate, men need their balls for testosterone.
It was like a douchebag dude bro sleepover. But so that happens, and then you see Kai on the actual, like, in his council seat, and he's sitting there, and basically he did some mob shit. I mean, it was obvious as fuck, because that one guy's like, are you fucking serious? He's like, you want everything to go to one internet server, and you want to block Candy Crush.
Candy Crush is a great game.
We don't ever talk about that. She's like, do you know how many women were actually playing Candy Crush
probably when that happened,
while their husbands were watching the show? And I was like, yeah, and their husbands probably looked over and like, see? I fucking told you.
That's why I'm joining tomorrow,
Pay attention to the show.
But yeah, so that also, and it was funny because he had intimidated that one guy that was beat up, and he wanted this to pass, and everybody raises their hand, and then that one guy was like, pfft. And then when he's like, I'm running for Senate, and he's like, do you know that the incumbent is really popular and has 3 terms? Like, things change. He was like the penguin.
He looked at him like Rocky when Adrian told him he can't win. It was
oh, Adrian knows best. But
you don't tell Rocky.
Then we go into what's the next one?
Well, fucking after that, you actually get Ivy confronting Allie because, or Allie confronting Ivy because in the last episode she got introduced to the cult, and she's like, at first it's this you can see that she's like thinking about forgiving her, and you're already annoyed because she's like, how could you do this to our family? And then she's crying and shit like that, and she's like, you literally got people fucking killed. She's like, I know it, I'm sorry.
Well, here's the thing about the difference with Allie and the way that Sarah Paulson is playing. Allie's actually a badass now.
Yeah,
she's full on. Finally, Sarah Connor. Fate is what you make.
Making fucking man.
And she's doing shit. And finally, I'm like, you're not going to cry every 5 seconds with snot bubbles. Nothing's going to happen. And you're just going to take control of the situation and put your metaphorical dick down on the table and say, it's got to get done. So when Ivy and Allie, and they have this whole moment when Ivy is basically telling her why she did what she did, and Allie's confronted her, she said they were going to get out. She's like, all right, I got a plan. I'm going to do this. This is what's going to happen. Then Winter bursts the fucking door down with Ozymandias, the kid from fucking, I don't know, what was that movie? Pumpkinhead. He's from Pumpkinhead. He looks like a little Pumpkinhead boy.
He does.
And he comes in there. Actually, he looks like a Cabbage Patch doll.
My dude got ran over by a dirt bike.
He looks like Ronald McDonald's illegitimate son. So he runs in there, and you know, Allie is talking to him how she's never going to leave him and whatever. And then the Denham group show up. And the funniest thing about that, he's like, there's an emergency meeting. Let's go. And he's like, what are you bitches up to? So I was like, oh my God, you savage.
Yeah, he's like, bring the kid. Kai wants to let him play games.
You can't buy that loyalty. And so they go to the house, and
but I liked her response to it because then Ivy was like, I'll go get Ozzy, and she was like, I'll fucking go get Ivy. I was like, yeah. Now you're throwing the dick gauntlet down.
She'll go get Ozzy because Winter was overstepping her bounds in that scene.
Oh my God.
And so when we get to the house,
like, I'm sorry for what? Fucking my wife.
When we get to the house, and they have their basement D&D early meeting, and they're all hanging out down in the basement of his mom's deceased house. We hear all of a sudden Beverly run down the steps like, you fucking bitch! And like running down the steps, and she immediately starts bitch slapping Winter and beating the shit out of her, and it's like, you're a fucking liar. And then all of a sudden like Kai just Houdini's himself like in his white robes like, in this.
Stop this nonsense. I was gonna say it'd be funny if when they were fighting, fucking Jonah Hill was in the corner going, I get Wolf of Wall Street.
Hey man, smoke crack with me. Smoke crack with me.
I like crack with when Leo smokes the weed too. He goes, lions, tigers, and bears.
Oh, he was like, oh my God,
we're gonna run.
Oh my,
let's run.
Anyway, that's from the Wolf of Wall.
That's what happens when you smoke crack.
Anyway, so
it's not good.
After Kai ends that cat fight that was going down, he gathers everybody together and he's like, we're gonna drink some fucking Kool-Aid and you're gonna love it. And he starts bringing up Jim Jones,
sugar-free.
Yeah, and scaring everybody because they don't know what's in that pot. I mean, you don't know. I mean, it could be turkey, it could be fucking Kool-Aid that's poison. We don't know. And he pulls this big giant pot out and it's got the Kool-Aid in it, and he's talking to everybody about why we need to test your loyalty, and if you really believe, and we need to shed our earthly bodies to astral plane. And he's like, when I point to you, you will drink. And he points to, who was it? What was it, Tugboat? I don't fucking know. Who was the guy he pointed to?
Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates. What I want, you got to. But anyway, he points.
She's a bitch girl.
He points to Hall & Oates Tugboat Man. It'd be funny if there was one guy named Ice Rink Bob. How'd you get your name?
Scorpion.
How'd you get your name? Because I like ice rinks and my name is Bob. Pretty simple. But yeah, so he points to him. He's getting ready to drink, and he's like, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. And he's like, now we've seen your loyalty. And he's like, Jeff, deal. Pop, pop. Get, pop, 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 pop.
Kevin Hart.
Done. And so he kills him, and then at gunpoint he makes and he's like, now the women's. Kai's really like crazy wild in this. And they're all scary and they're all scared and whatever. And Beverly actually gets on her knees.
She wants to die.
And she's like, Kai. Like she bows to the Emperor. And by the way, they call him the divine one or the ultimate
when they're
leader.
walking off the steps early, he's like, what are we going to do next, divine leader?
Yeah, divine. It was something weird like that. He gets all like, he's like,
laugh.
It's always funny because you see his face like, it's respect. But anyway, so the girls all drink it and they're all scared. Obviously, they think they're gonna die. And Winter stands up. She's like, "You said you'd always protect me." He's like, "I'm not doing anything I wouldn't do."
She drank that Dixie cup like a boss.
I know.
Like the way she crumpled it up, I was like, "That's right. That's how I would do it too." I'm like, "I'm gonna fucking die, but I'm gonna crinkle the shit out of this."
To show you, I'm really not happy with this. And then he's like, then Kai goes, "Boys, ah!"
They all start doing this. I lost my shit.
I felt like it was like WCW, Monday Nitro, coming at your face. It was
like a frat party where everybody takes one of those ski shots and they just look at each other like, ah!
It kind of felt like if you had shotgunned a beer for the first time, you like crunched up, like, ah! So, I have all of that. It's bad. A liter of cola.
So he's like, I didn't poison the Kool-Aid. He's like, I need votes. And he starts laughing. That shit was funny as hell.
It's like, I'm running for Senate. So after that scene, we get to...
Well, finally... well, actually what happens is Kai goes... Like, they're going to escape, but then Kai and Winter, because she has babysitter qualities, picks up the kid from school. Ivy and Allie go to escape and pick her up, and... He's gone. Basically, they've kidnapped him. Is what's happened. She goes there, and you have Oz and Kai alone. And Kai's like, "Hey, you want to play some of these old ass, dusty fucking board games?"
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I thought when he's like, "I got so many games," and I was like, "Oh, you got like that new Dreamcast?"
Yeah, it's like
either you got the Dream State or you got the Sega Dreamcast.
Sega.
And then there was the. No, I can't fool that shit. No, I thought we were playing video games. Like, what do you got? You got the new Modern Warfare?
He had
you got the new Halo? And he's like, I don't play this board game shit. Because what kid does? I mean, anyway, but he has these board games and he's setting up. And basically, at this point, Kai is going to reveal to him that I am your... Who is your daddy and what does he do?
It was very Darth Vader.
It was. And also, really quick, I want to mention for a second... How many times can Wikipedia be plugged in one episode? Because I thought it had to be a joke. When they said they just printed out the WikiHow, there's 14 steps on how to escape a cult. It's like they have everything.
They're just making fun of all of
this. I know. But anyhow, revealing to Oz that he's like, you know, he does the pinky thing with them, and then the scene cuts, and we find Allie going to the school to try to pick up Kai so they could run away, and... you know, finding out that Kai's got him, and when she finally gets to his house, what's been discovered is that Kai has told him that he is the father of you, young child.
And I can't believe the shit out of
Yeah, he's like, Daddy said we have to play, and she's like, what? He's like, it's okay, son. It's like, he was so bought into it at that point, and then like, how the fuck do you think that you're my kid's father? And he's like, did you not use this sperm bank? I mean, that was practically my first job. I used to jack off into that cup every day after high school.
Which was believable, but what happens then is, and that they had a real Sophie's choice there, because when the Denim group shows up and they're like, you know, you can't take him, they were kind of right. I think obviously your situation would be, oh, they're going to kill all of us, so we should just leave. So he lets them leave, and then what happens is really fucked up and awesome in a million different ways.
Yeah, it was. Well, that's when we get to the Allie.
You got the Fredo scene.
So it was just leading up to that main death scene, and Allie cooked her dinner. She's got her pasta and noodles and everything's on the stove. She serves it to her. Everything seems kosher. You know, Ivy's excited because she got, you know, her wife back, or the girl that she fell in love with or whatever. And then Allie's like, when I was in that mental asylum, you know, and nobody came to visit me, all I wanted was fucking revenge on you, bitch. And like all this stuff, she's just saying all this mean stuff.
She just kept drinking that wine like nothing was wrong.
And Allie's like, or Ivy's like, you're all full of bluster,
so,
and you're always
I'm listening.
And you're always gonna go back to what? And she's like, really? She's like, I just laced your shit with arsenic. And then there's gnarly fucking death scene happened, and I mean, Allie is sadistic in this. She was like, there was only two things I ever wanted back. Was to get my son back, all to myself, and then to watch you die. And she's spitting up blood.
Yeah, when she says halfway home, and I was like, you a real bitch.
She went straight to Red Wedding from Game of Thrones. She Red Wedding the shit out of her.
Bitch.
And then when she was dying, he's like, die with dignity, bitch.
She fucking watched her slowly die and did not give a fuck, and I loved it. I thought it was badass as hell. Because they totally switched roles, because at first you were really, really annoyed by Allie, but now, like, Ivy is just fucking annoying.
I think I was always...
explanations for shit's dumb.
I know, but I always thought, like, I kind of suspected, especially after the point when they were packing up to leave, and then Ivy mentioned taking Winter with them.
Winter? Oh,
yeah, I was like, holy fuck. You gotta cross the bridge, bitch!
Yeah.
To fucking no territory coming back. Like, that, I was like, you pissed off me. Because I'd be like, you know, you have ex or something, you know what I'm saying? And something had happened in your relationship, and you were trying to move past it, and then she's like, but what about it? It's like, you fucking whore.
Yeah.
Like, you fucking serious? You're gone! Me and Jane Oakland. Like, I'd be like, that would be, like, would it not piss you off? Well, I mean, would it not piss you off, guys? Okay, seriously, would it not? No, like, if you guys are trying to work something out after something bad like that had happened.
But what about Steve?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
I hope he gets his dick caught in a bear trap one day. Like, I don't want to go with him. Like, are you serious? Like, that would piss me off. So, I mean, I kind of suspected that Allie was not playing with the full deck at this point.
They tease you there. It was a great scene, though, because they tease you with it, because you immediately suspected that she poisoned it, but she didn't poison the man witch, so you don't know. But she's drinking the wine slowly, and at first, like, maybe she's about to start to get sick, and you don't know. They teased it just enough to make it really suspenseful, and then when finally Ivy's like, fucking, you're not gonna do shit, and then gets sick. It was like, yes!
Guess who's wrong for 1,000, Alex?
It was like fucking
her.
Macaulay Culkin finally pulling that goddamn sword out of that stone.
So anyway, what I was saying is, we're talking about the Page Master. Anyway, so we go from there and we go to Kai, and at this point Kai has had Ozzy sleep over with his Venom group / Haynes group, and they're all discussing fairy tale stories. And in his fairy tale, Jim Jones never died. Jesus came down on wires with angels.
By the way, Kai is Evan Peters is also Jesus.
Yeah, he's everywhere. He's everywhere. So according to Crazy Kai, Jim Jones didn't die. He got resurrected by Jesus on strings, and then therefore was able to resurrect his followers and brought them light and hope. And then Oz ruining the fucking story. It was like, well, according to Wikipedia, that never happened. And then you can see Kai's face like, that's false news. Wikipedia sucks dick. And then he's like, well, yeah, but their families are still trying to bury their loved ones. So what you're saying can't have happened. And then he said sledgehammer. What happened? I mean, I know it's not sledgehammer. He's like,
sledgehammer.
He's like, hammer don't hurt them. Sledgehammer. What happens to those that believe in fake news? Like, they get punished? He's like, absolutely. And then he goes,
wait, I mean, when they're doing the story time, everybody's wearing their
Hanes underwear.
Yeah,
like the whole outfit.
They're wearing his undies, and if you look closely, like they're eating Crunch-a-Munch.
I saw that. They zoomed out. But did you not notice in not just this scene, but in the first part of the scene when all the Hanes men are together, they're like laying like this, and they have their like feet kicking.
I wish that one of them was like drinking a Capri Sun. and go get me a juice box.
And then someone's like, do we have any more Thema? But anyhow, so yeah, then he finally gets pissed because Oz is not listening, and he goes over and he stomps his fucking phone. Your plan sucks. You don't even have 64G. You poor piece of shit. But I only have 4G myself. But anyhow, and he's like,
that's all you can get.
No, you can get that 64G if you rich.
That's when he walks up to him. He gets real close to his face in a great acting moment, though, and he's like, "Non-believers don't get any cookies."
He looked like Jack Torrance from The Shining. He was like, "I'm not gonna hurt you. Dude, I'm just gonna bash your fucking brains."
Peters is acting this shit.
I know, man. I'm telling you, this guy deserves an Emmy Award for this role. Just this one for sure. But yeah, I mean, if I'd been that kid, I'd be like, "Wait, how am I getting a fucking cookie? Are you serious?" Like. If there's a steady paycheck in it, I'll believe anything you say. But anyhow, so what he does eventually is he says, you're going to timeout. You're going to timeout. And we think that it's timeout. I thought he was going to be standing in the corner or whatever. It's obviously really, really bad because the guy like Denim Leader 1 5000 MC, I don't know. I can't, guys, I don't know what his name is. I guess maybe Icelander. Gutterball. He's like, Gutterball, show him. And he rips his covers off and like violently jerks him up and takes him upstairs while the kid's screaming. I don't know what timeout is. I mean, it might be bad. I mean, it might be a marathon of nothing but Murder, She Wrote. It's fucking bad.
That shit was disturbing as hell because you don't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But ultimately, then Allie, after she kills Ivy, shows up to take control of her son, and she had another badass bitch moment when she fucking like slammed the door and she's like, "Where the fuck is he?" And she's like, "Tell Kai to meet me in my house. I'm making man."
But she actually did like say something like, you know, I'm guessing that there's some kind of discord in the ranks because she's like Speedwagon.
Yeah, he looked like.
Yeah, and he was like,
but that was the same guy who was all psyched to drink the fucking.
Yeah, and he was like, I don't know where your son is. He's like, I didn't sign up for this shit. I'm just a Speedwagon. All I do is speed and drive wagons. But I don't know. So there might be some discord there. We don't know. But eventually, so yeah, Kai's gonna meet her at her house. Kai does show up and does this really weird.
It's sexual.
Yeah, and like comes up behind her like, I've been missing your cooking all day. And he's like, you like my manwich? And anyhow, so she's making manwiches and over manwiches in white wine because that's classy as fuck. I mean, who doesn't like say, hell yeah. You got that TV dinner? So, but they're having manwiches at this nice long table, and then he's like, well, how was your day? Or where's your wife? And he's like, I killed her. She's in the trunk. He's like, no shit.
He was like, wait, you're serious?
Yeah, I know. He was like, holy shit.
I love that shit.
Yeah, because every once in a while, Kai comes back to reality for just a second is normal, and he's like, oh, for real? Like, damn. And then he's drinking his wine. She's like, I poisoned her. And he's like, I love marriages.
That shit was fucking gold, dude. That shit was fucking gold. I want that on a shirt.
Mm-hmm.
So Someone makes.
So what they kind of discuss is that.
I also want man-witches.
Well, that shit. That does sound
fucking amazing. It's been a while
amazing,
since I've had a good man-witch.
Have another sloppy Joe. A man-witch is a sloppy Joe.
Come get your slop.
A sloppy Joe.
Yeah,
but we didn't mention it. I mean, another quick scene. Allie did, after she killed Ivy, she went to the sperm bank and bribed the worker to give her the picture of Ozzy's actual father, and it wasn't Kai. Now she doctored it to make it look like Kai, so that when they did meet at her house, she could, slide him the file, and he's like, I made all this come true.
He was like, I'm fucking awesome. He's like, I spoke this shit into existence.
I knew I didn't go to school for 8 years to be awesome without being awesome. I have a PhD in it. But yeah, it was weird. He was just like, because Allie's like feeding him bullshit to make him more on her side, and she was like, I knew it when the first time I met you. You can't do it. And he's like,
mm-hmm.
No, he does this thing. He was like, I'm ready to listen to some good shit. Keep stroking my dick. And so she's telling him all this stuff, and he's believing all of it wholeheartedly. And then after that happens, we go back to, he takes her back to his house, and she gets reunited. Well, before that, he actually helps her carry Ivy's body and lay it with his brother's now in the bed with his parents.
The bed's for family.
Fucking weird. And then lays the body of Ivy on the floor, throws lye on it or whatever. And then she's reunited with Ozzy, and then he like hugs them both, and we have this last shot of her looking at the camera, or looking at Kai like, because that's where I'm weirded out about. Because I mean, maybe it's because Sarah Paulson's a good actress, and I can't really tell right now. Is she like buying into it? Like,
no, she's gonna kill his ass.
No, she better not.
She's gonna try.
But I don't know. It was a really solid ending to the episode. The only thing I'm left with the Edward Nigma, is that where did Beverly go? Because she went fucking full on like Protestant and talked in tongues after if they found she was like blah, 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 like she was like the fact that she was alive.
I think she just wanted to fucking die. She really
but she didn't die. But where is she?
She's done. Yeah, I think they just put her back in the hole.
I think I'm still thinking that Beverly is my dark horse in this, because she might still be the one that like rises up to be the leader. Because she's not like the last survivor of it all, either her or Winter.
Yeah, and also you got
maybe it's Speedwagon.
Old one-eyed crow lady hasn't showed back up in a while either. So who knows what's going to happen with that?
But I'm loving this fucking season.
Dude, this season is a masterclass in storytelling, because it's got everything. It's like the Jason Lives of American Horror Story.
Right now,
because it's funny as shit, because Kai is so cuckoo, wacko, cuckoo, fuckface.
Love the Cocoa
He's
Puffs.
crazy as shit, but he's also kind of scary. There's a lot of really disturbing shit. They've managed to tie it with all these cult leaders. The fucking acting class Evan Peters is putting on. Every character is fucking intense as shit right now. And they really did this season what they promised to do last season and fucked up on. They just followed through and made this season get better and better and better. And this is fucking masterclass, batshit crazy fucking storytelling going on.
It's definitely one of the most quality shows on TV right now, for sure. I mean, you're getting your bang for your dollar if you got cable. I mean, get cable for this alone. I mean, it's amazing. And again, I've mentioned it a few times before, but he really does, man. Evan Peters deserves an Emmy Award for everything he's done, and the way that he's really made this character come to life off the script page is amazing in and of itself. I can't wait to see how they end it. Now, next week's episode seems like it's going to be even crazier. I don't know, but I've been excited, and I feel good. I want to put my dick in a wall, and I don't care who's on the other end.
2 episodes left, but
again,
I mentioned the same thing. They gotta land it. If they fuck up the ending, it'll put a skid mark on the whole season. But we'll see. This episode was fucking great. I fucking loved it. Question of the day: is there a difference between sloppy joes and man witches?
Is it? I mean, because are they essentially not the same meat?
Big question. You decide.
That's good.
Tonight on Jake Tepper. To be honest, I'm not sure who Jake Tepper is, but I think he does news.
I don't know. Sounds like a fishing guy.
Wolf Blitzer. And the wolf hen. The wolf cage. In the shit.
Or fucking the no spin zone with O'Reilly. Fucking thing sucks.
Fuck it, we'll do it live. Comment down below. We love your fucking faces. We have no political affiliations. This I promise you.
Don't give shits.
If you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button and get some goddamn sloppy joes up in you.
And manwitches. Why don't you guys subscribe and join the fucking cult of awesome?
Manwich!
We watched a movie. Yeah. We watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie. Yeah. You know what? We did a review. We watched a movie. We watched a movie. We watched a movie. watched a movie. We watched it. We watched a movie.